A little pop.
I'm done having a pop. I'm done having a football helmet on. Yeah, I'm wearing boxing gloves.
Don't retire that yet.
No, I don't want to retire that, but I'm looking to improve our lot and everyone that enjoys our work. We all improve our own lots, and I don't know, that's just what I pray.
Speaking of work, Charles, we got a lot of good work coming out.
There's a lot of good work coming out.
Yeah, this is really exciting. So now it's officially been put
a
out
premiere.
there. Yeah.
Finally a premiere. Things that people have been waiting for many, many years for some good comedy. It definitely died. It definitely died in a certain year. I forget what year it is, but it really did die. Some other people carried on, whatever, a lot of people did some good stuff, but we're finally here where we can sort of express ourselves and how we're really meant to,
It's kind of fun. Being able to put out this stuff is exciting for me. I haven't been acting that much, but it's nice.
It had been a hiatus.
Yeah, no, I've been on a huge hiatus, so this is good. We can, we're going to go to New York, then we're going to Austin, and then L.A.
In L.A. Hopefully it's Torrance, but I think the place in Torrance, the end, I think it closed down or got sold off, and it's a different branding now. It's really too bad. Thought we were going to do some more shows there.
Where's this?
The End in Torrance, California. It was billed as L.A. It's, I guess, L.A., whatever the hell you want to call it, Fag Zone.
Okay.
But it was Torrance, and it was really, we spent 3 nights there in a row, 2 shows each night, and it was really, when you have 3 nights in a venue, you get real, and this place had a fantastic staff, fantastic ownership, huge, big green room, lots of really, really good stuff. It was just great. There could have been a few things, but I just piss in my own mouth if I have to take a leak before I go on stage.
Yeah, you know what to do.
I'm like that guy at the rock show. There's a picture of some guy with long hair pissing in his own mouth. You remember that one?
I remember that one.
Yeah. But
any night could turn into that night.
Any night does, but I don't recall what venue it's playing at.
Oh, we don't even know yet. I think it's to be announced.
It's probably playing at a police station.
Probably is. It's going to be short-lived.
The yacht club. Probably a gay bar.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's something nice about getting into a big room, a big-ass room, and feeling that air. It's kind of nice.
It's really nice. It's been, oh my God, the years.
Oh my God, it's been a lot of years. So 2016, first season's out, and now it's what? 25.
25.
Yep. So it's been a while. But this is going to be a blast. Look forward to meeting everybody.
Really, yeah. It's going to be a big deal. We're going to meet some good people, finally show people our cocks and our balls. And it's really going to give some closure to this chapter in our lives.
A lot of these feelings in our lives. Showing our cocks and our balls to some fans.
Yeah, there's some closure involved in that, but it's really nice. It's exciting. We're gonna have a lot of partying time together. It's because we don't ever get this. It's only extenuating circumstances that we're allowed to go on the road and have some laughs. But when we do, we're like crying, laughing, I'm blowing up my back laughing.
I've taken a couple trips with Charles to New York, which means trains and things like that. And it depends what day you catch Charles on, but sometimes you can get handicapped seating with Charles.
Yeah, sometimes I have to be carried on.
That was really the funniest thing ever. We sat handicapped on the way home from New York last time.
Yep.
And it was the only thing that was open, but we said, this is really convenient. It's a big-ass booth. So we sat there, and Charles was like, I can pull this off anyway. It's like, all right, I could chaperone Charles, and this will work.
Yeah, you're my caretaker.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's what it was.
Okay. Holy damn, I forgot about that. That's so funny.
Yeah, you were like, I can pull this off. And I was like, you know what, I could pull that off,
I had my glasses
too.
on
Oh,
and
yeah,
everything.
you had a funny-looking suitcase.
I could come off as disabled, no problem.
Without a doubt, I said, this won't be a problem. If we get stopped, who's going to tell us no?
I'm like, who's going to tell me I'm not disabled? Half my glasses are broken. Yeah, no, it's a good point.
So
it's a really funny joke.
Anyway, so it's trains and shit, but Charles and I never get on planes. It's been forever.
Yep.
I don't even know.
It had to be 2011 or something like that, like a long time.
Yeah. So in other words, we get a week worth of fun.
Yep.
And I've never been to L.A.
Yeah.
So you can show me the ropes with that.
Show you the ropes. You can smell it there.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild thing.
Yeah, it
Anyway.
should be silly.
Buy your tickets, go there, and check out the first 2 episodes.
Is it 2 nights in LA? Or 1 night each?
I think it's 2.
2?
Yeah. I think it's 2 nights in New York, and then 2 in Austin, and then 2 in L.A.
Wow.
Imagine that. And
It's just shocking me.
It'll total 8 days worth of fun, I think.
I'm straight up shocked now that I'm reminded.
Totally nuts. We're bound to be laughing.
Wow.
We're going to need plastic surgery.
Yep, we're going to be like the Joker, 89.
Yep. Right there.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it looks like this is the only thing that's funny. Look at that. New York, there's, on the first date, there's 3 shows, and then there's 1 on the 5th.
What's happening?
So who knows what that is?
I wasn't really familiar with Ian Carroll even a year ago. But he came out and he has a gigantic platform like Candace Owens.
So he's obviously just pushed, right?
Yeah,
somehow.
he's really floated right to the top all the way on Joe Rogan. I guess he's been paying his dues. Oh, look, he's on the Candace network. I guess there's her right there. She's
I can see her in the old Polaroid.
You can see her, you can see her in a Polaroid. But this guy, usually you got to pay your dues in the industry for a long time, but sometimes you come out of nowhere. And this guy, apparently now he's kind of known for a red bracelet. And this right here is known to be used for I guess, practitioners of Jewish mysticism, Babylonian Kabbalah. And of this I associate with Madonna and Tucker Carlson.
They had red bracelets?
They have red bracelets that are, I mean, Madonna's openly Kabbalah. I don't know about Tucker Carlson. He has a bow tie. He still says he's a Christian man, but he's got a red bracelet on.
Kind of clowny.
Yeah, he's a bit clowny, but he's got a red bracelet that says he's, I guess, in a Babylonian mystery religion. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But I guess now he's associated with it now too. And I've heard some pretty weird things about the red bracelet, even firsthand.
So this guy, Ian Carroll, virtually comes out of the woodwork.
He came out of the woodwork.
Damn.
With Candace Owens. They come out of the woodwork talking about,
so if I came
about hardcore stuff.
If I came out of nowhere, you think I could get on Candace?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Wait, could you get on Joe Rogan?
I don't think so.
You couldn't get on Joe Rogan?
No, I can't imagine.
Even with your background, which is not nothing.
Wow.
But his background, I didn't know what the fuck. I'm not going to sit here and he looks fucked up, man.
I mean,
that's fine. So do I.
To me, he looks like a hell of a personality.
He is a bit of a person. He's working his traps. No. He looks kind of fucked up, doesn't he?
You can't have less of a personality.
I really like that.
I don't know the guy at all.
Yeah, he's such a guy. But them two, they were just talking about some conspiracy stuff from 2016, 2017, 2018.
Things that you have talked about back in the day.
But I did not make a huge deal out of it because when I talk about something, if it's hardcore, it can take off. And if you start talking about something years ago, you'll end up like frickin' Max Spears, Trevor Noah. You end up.
That's not good.
Well, there's some other ones I don't even want to mention, but you'll be a dead man.
Yeah, not good.
No, you don't want that.
That was probably smart, man, because I like you around.
You mean Trevor
I
Moore?
wasn't about to check out early, man. That was never my intention.
Yep. What's that?
You mean Trevor Moore?
Who did I say?
You said Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah. Oh, Trevor Moore.
Oh, that's the black guy.
Yeah, he was. Well, now look, I am not schooled in everything, and you remember the Hitler rap from back in the day. That's Whitest Kids You Know.
White Kids, yeah.
That's Trevor Moore. But I guess he fell off the top of a New York.
He really got off? Really?
He's dead.
I didn't know that.
No, he's dead for a handful of years now. This is Hitler. In the Hitler.
Yeah, yeah.
He's dead. He's a dead man.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy? Now.
That's so nuts. What did he do that deserved that?
Okay, at least according to my knowledge.
Of course not deserved.
Oh, well, he might
What did
not
he
have
do?
even existed. At least according to what I saw him talk about before he died, and that's when I was like, whoa, yo.
Yeah, you better tune down your psychic abilities.
But like, what am I gonna do? I'm like this, yo, you can't be talking about shit like that. I'm not gonna be doing that. But at least as far as I know, it could be just a ritual death, and that was just his time. I have no idea. And it makes me, I don't know, there's something that irritates me when people, I don't know, when people raise certain people up. I don't know, maybe it's like professional jealousy or something like that. I have no idea, but there's something that irritates me about it. But at least his issue, that as far as I'm concerned, was revelating in a place of authority, in a place of influence, that is in years past. I guess he was
calling it fact.
Yeah, he was calling it fact. He was revelating the modern industrial application of MK Ultra, and that right there, with someone with that influence, with someone that comedy crowd, and with that big of a name, like, talking about, and like I brought out the raped only kind of like recently, like dude, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
straight up, MK Ultra is a raped adjunct, you know, like
Yep.
trauma-based mind control is necessary for a generation to become raped.
Not
but
to-
I wasn't about to be talking about industrial MK Ultra years ago.
Not
a
to
chance.
downgrade the guy, but do you really feel like he was big enough and that much of an influence? I know, like, of course, he pushed out some funny shit, but I'm just saying, like, was he that big? Where
Yes, actually,
I actually
one
think
of
so.
his one
Really?
of his bits was it was like a joke where he was like, you know, he was talking about killing the president, and he was like, well, you can't say that on TV, but I'm saying it as a joke, and it became so big that
He
it
was
went
pretty
to the
advanced.
Supreme Court.
Yeah.
So
So,
he was always pushing the line. Like
Yeah.
they had a lot of rape jokes and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
their
I-
comedy was like oriented. to
And they
kids-ish.
all formed in a dorm room watching 9/11 happen.
that's where, like, they formed?
That's when they formed. You don't remember that?
Oh, that seems odd.
They're like kind of an E-team. That's why when these people die weird deaths, I am annoyed and a skeptic. I'm not like this. Oh man, we lost one of the real ones, dude. Who's like, I'm like this.
In other words,
really?
In other words, you're not surprised.
I am not surprised, and I am skeptic. I'm like this. What's this kind of eyes wide shut kind of thing? I mean, now look, I'm not trying to come off as nasty, and I'm not trying to defend. You know what I mean? I'm just very, very skeptical when it comes to influential people that are high up in the industry.
That die.
That's all.
That's it.
That die weird deaths like that. That's all. I'm just.
How did
that's
he
just
die?
the way I
you
am.
say he jumped off something?
He fell off 8-10 stories of a New York apartment or something like that, as far as I know.
He fell off a ladder.
Okay, so I have no idea what I'm
Even
talking
still-
No,
about.
but he fell off a ladder like off of a balcony.
Okay, I was gonna say. I mean, fall off a ladder and die. I want to hear this.
Now this is this guy, Trevor Moore. He fell off a ladder off a balcony and died.
This is not weird.
No, it's not weird, but
What was he? He's like this. Don't worry about the patio on the 12th floor.
there's a race war going on down there. I'm going.
No. He's like, I gotta fix the light.
Yeah, no, it's blinking.
He's like, yeah.
But it's weird. But I know. I never watched the show because I was just not watching TV at that time. But I do remember the Hitler rap, which was back in 04.
I mean, I had a lot of laughs over that.
Yeah.
I mean, but it is comedy, so I just.
But that guy's dead.
Yeah, he's gone.
And you could tell on even the Hitler rap, the people that were in even acting, you could tell that they were not bad. They were good.
Oh my God.
I mean, they were not bad.
Like, there wasn't weak
no,
links.
that was not weak. And I'm a little bit familiar with the race war sketch, and then there's the graped. That's long for rape. Like, he was good with baking things in. Like, he was a sort of an enlightened comedian, if you want me to put it that way. He really knew what he was doing.